Okay, let's have a chat with Ibrahim Modibo, who is a party chieftain and member of the APC media team. Very warm welcome, Ibrahim. Nice to see you again.
Thank you very much, Chris.
It's been quite a while.
Thank you, Chris.
Yeah, I mean, how would you deduce this crisis, no crisis in the APC, the purported resignations? The two actors have not come out to say they've resigned, have they?
Yes, they have tendered their resignation. As you know, Chris, a political party, the largest in sub-Saharan Africa as the APC, is a party to beat. We are trying all we could to see that we're trying to bridge the gaps and also shorten the distances in terms of any eventuality that may arise. As it is at the moment, there is none. The party is solid, very, very harmonious, living in good condition.
With the acrimony over the resignations of Abdullahi and Omishore, and of course the proposition that Ganduje is going to succeed in.
Yes. You see, the issue of resignation is something that is normal in any democratic setup, and APC is not an exclusion. It is an inclusive democratic practice everywhere that people come and go. It's just like life itself. Why Shakespeare would say that life is just like a stage where you come and perform your duties, or you come and perform a chapter and then you move. That is how life is, and that's how the political process is also supposed to be. You see, APC is hope renewed, and therefore with this development we are looking at hope being renewed with vigor, with vitality, and also looking at the future with great prospects and prosperity. This is a party that is not being positioned to act as the largest leading party in sub-Saharan Africa. And looking at the issue of globalization and multiculturalism, especially a democratic setup such as ours, you will agree with me, Chris, that normal democratic setup must have changes. It is one part of life. And therefore APC, this change, especially resignation, it has come at there's no better time that it could have come than now. Bearing in mind that there are some problems here and there.
Is destabilizing your party? No. Is causing some kind of furore that may implode any moment soon?
No. You see, APC is just like the mosque or the church, that you don't have gate man. As some people are not having, are having some feelings of this thing, there are others that are coming in droves, in hundreds or thousands. They are coming into the party. I can tell you that there is no disharmony within the structural profile of the party as it is today. It is a party that is gathering momentum seriously. Maybe in the next, we're trying to look at these elections that are forthcoming. Some of the states like Kogi and others that are coming, it's a formidable team, especially the current chairman that is holding brief now. I can tell you that he is one person that will be able to, maybe before the elections will come, the pro-tem election that will come, that will bring in a substantive chairman and secretary. He is currently holding brief, and he is doing very well in trying to mobilize and in trying to articulate positions so that we bring peace and harmony. But let me tell you, you see, you're talking of the issue of Ganduje. I strongly believe that could possibly be a wrong.
What's wrong with his candidacy?
No, there's nothing wrong. He's one of the leading, he's one of the main architects of the party. He's a respected leader in the party. But the question is he prepared for the chairmanship? I can tell you, based on my own sources, based on my own critical examination of issues at stake, he might not be necessarily prepared. The person that is the most prepared for this chairmanship of the party is nobody but Senator Makura. If you had seen, under the Buhari administration, he was the leading candidate. But because they told Buhari, the people, the clique, or better still, those clique around President Muhammad Buhari, they told him that, look, don't allow Senator Makura to be the chairman because he is a Tinubu man and he is loyal to Tinubu. Now that Tinubu has come, I think the most prepared person in terms of intellectual capacity, in terms of focus, and also he is narrowing the gaps. He is trying to bridge the gaps and then shorten the distances I've stated. And then they are a kind of, bringing the brackets closer and also defining the narrative in terms of political architecture, in terms of political stability of APC. Bearing in mind, Chris, that as it is today, he is neither a very old man, nor is he a very young man. So it's a bridge that is going to bring harmony, peace, and concord He's also a public relations man that is always there for you. Therefore, we need somebody like that as the chairmanship of this party. He should, well, but you see, Ganduje is somebody that I don't know very well. I have never been close to him.
It's obvious. I mean, you've stated the obvious that, look, Makura is a Tinubu man. And of course, any leader will want his own man to head the party so that, you know, he will direct the shots from the villa, isn't it?
So I'm so surprised that people are speculating now based on figments of maybe of their own imagination, based on rumor mill, that Ganduje is going to be the chairman of the party. Because I know, in terms of loyalty, in terms of closeness, in terms of accessibility, Senator Makura ranks number one in the Tinubu lexicon. Because he has been with Tinubu, he supports him, and also we have to look at the issue of the the CPC group within the fold. The CPC group has not held the chairmanship of this party, and this is one of the major political parties that formed the alliance to bring it as it is today. And secondly, the issue of the zoning is very paramount and fundamental, Mr. Chris. If you look at the issue from the perspective of the Southwest now, the Southwest now are insisting that they need the secretaryship of this party.
To still come from Osun State.
Yes, and they should still come from Osun State. So what makes Nasarawa State not to produce the chairman based on antecedents of Abdullah Adamu? Abdullah Adamu is from Nasarawa State, and therefore the most likely successor and the most eminent and most prolific and potential successor to this chairmanship position must be
Makura. So it's very obvious. Sorry, Ibrahim.
Yes.
It's very obvious that Abdullahi and Omishore were forced out by the party.
No. You see, there are a lot of problems that accrued leading to the elections. You could recall that his first major problem was when he started pronouncing Senator Ahmed Lawal, the former Senate president, as the single candidate. Two, after the emergence of Senator Bola Ahmed Tinubu as the candidate of the party, there were speculations that he has not been a team player. He has not assisted in trying to see that he moved into the party structure so as to campaign very well. And therefore, they said the campaign was half-hearted. Three, in terms of
financial
commitment, a lot of monies were gathered, especially during the forms and what have you, to the tune of what they're calling as 32 billion. But he never, or the two of them, never gave people that were contesting, senators, House of Reps,
APC candidates.
APC candidates. There was no financial backing. Three, having lost his own zone and virtually lost almost all the position in his own state, I don't think he has the moral high ground to remain in power. And therefore, that is another minus. Five.
We've had a president in this country who never won a state or, you know, anything near his
You see, this is hope renewed. Forget about those ones. They were all parties that were sitting there under trees to write results. We knew them. But as a party based on solid fundamentals in terms of democratic structure, using any parameter of democratic structure, you agree with me, Chris, that APC is a party that is trying to make a difference, bring distinction, bring class, and also bring a kind of political profile that will match the ambience of the current political tempo worldwide. And therefore, if you see the fourth one, in terms of even coming after the elections, when they were to appoint the Senate President or National Assembly members, he was not in sync with the President. The President stated that these are the people he wanted. He was not in sync. And even the other leadership of the party, he came out to deny that he was not aware. So these are some of the issues, Chris, that has been able to bring him in conflict with the leadership of the party, that he felt it was not necessary for him, because even the ministerial list, some people are alleging that even the ministerial list, his own people that he wanted to pencil down for ministers were not accepted. So therefore he felt, as a gentleman of honor,
that his time was high.
His time was up and that he should resign. So it was a peaceful transition. Unlike others, where we've seen in the days gone by, we've seen some political parties, Chris, where we saw the president was bringing gun to the head of the chairman of the party to resign. But Bola Tinubu is one person that is a Democrat to the core. He believes in democracy, and therefore there was no violence. So there was nothing like somebody trying to make him or make Abdullah Adamu or force him to resign. It was a peaceful transition. That's why today we are no court cases.
But the example you cited in Ayu, I mean, is again being forced to resign from the PDP, but that's not the contention here. Let's just quickly
No.
You cited an example.
Yes, I'm only giving an example.
Yeah. Why is it so acrimonious in this climb when it comes to party chairman? And there's a party chairman is like a demigod. In the advanced democracies, we don't hear about them. The president is the president. We don't hear about the party chairman of the Republican Party or the Democratic Party and the rest. Why is that so, omnibus?
In a democratic setup, Mr. Chris, such as Nigeria, we're under no illusion as to the power of the seat of national chairman of a political party. You will agree with me that he determines. He seems to be the alpha and the omega because he is the one who must sign, even the president. The national chairman of the party must sign your papers before you become anything. And therefore, that power has given him the power or the latitude to feel larger than life. And therefore, Abdullah Adamu was not an exception. There were a lot of hues and cries here and there. But you see, we need a stabilizer. We need a stabilizing force to come on board on the political scene so as to stabilize the party as it is, because we're going to be confronted with elections that are forthcoming. And therefore, with the numerical strength of the party, people coming in droves every day. If you go to Secretariat, people have been looking for forms to fill to be part of the party. And therefore, we are even getting too large that sometimes we might even decide not to even like some people to come in.
This gargantuan strength that you talk about was not reflected in the 2023 general elections, presidential elections.
You see,
just a little over 6 million.
Yes, you see, Chris.
So why?
The last elections was marred by some extraneous forces. One, at that point in time before the elections, it's only God that allowed us to win this election. Otherwise, there were some hurdles, fundamental hurdles that were put in place. One, the change of the Naira has infuriated Nigeria so much that people felt that the APC was not a party to be. That the APC is a party that meant difficulty. It's a party that was not in sync and in tune with the philosophical details of the people, bearing in mind that it could not take care.
Has that position changed with the current economic crisis Nigerians are thrown into, with their poor economic situations, with 30,000 naira minimum wage that can't even take them to work, for the 30 days in a month?
Mr. Chris, it is too early in the day. It's only 40-something or 50 days. Now, let us give the Bola Tinubu administration a breathing space. This man has 4 years to go, and it's not even 2 months yet. You see, there are a lot of politics that will come. Even in the books, holy books, it has been stated that for you to enjoy, sometimes you have to suffer. If you are born with a silver spoon, there is it's not a reason.
Ibrahim Modibo, Nigerians have known suffering all because of poor leadership in this country, and there's squandering of their wealth and the rest. I want to thank you very, very much. You have another time to come on any of the shows. Ibrahim Modibo
is a chieftain
of the All Progressive.